Ready for a fascinating deep dive?
You bet.
You've shared some intriguing sources about entertainment during the Great Depression, and we're about to uncover how people found escape and connection, even in those tough times.
It's remarkable how, even in the darkest of times, the human spirit seeks solace and connection through shared experiences.
Absolutely. So imagine you're in the 1930s, struggling through the Depression. Times are tough, but you still crave a little joy, a break from the hardship. Our source, Jacque Fresco, talks about how remarkably affordable entertainment was back then. Can you believe 15 cents got you a movie, newsreel, comedy act, and even some snacks?
It's almost unimaginable today, isn't it? The 15 cents wasn't just about distraction, it was a lifeline to a shared experience, a reminder that even in hardship, joy and community could exist.
And speaking of finding opportunities, Fresco mentions trying his luck at amateur night at the RKO Theater. He does all these different dialects and wins the whole thing. But instead of the prize money, they offer him a job.
Now, that's a story that truly encapsulates the era. It speaks volumes about the economic realities of the time. Even in the world of entertainment, steady work was hard to come by. This small detail reveals a lot about the choices people faced back then. It wasn't always about pursuing dreams. Sometimes it was about sheer survival.
It really makes you appreciate the resilience of people during that time. And here's a story that really highlights that resilience and ingenuity. Fresco talks about learning a Greek song just to get free entry into this local theater owned by Greeks.
Isn't that a charming story? It's not just charming, though. It's a window into the cultural landscape of the Depression era. Tight-knit immigrant communities played a vital role, and shared language or traditions could quite literally open doors. You can see how these bonds would have been especially crucial during such challenging times.
Absolutely. And while cowboys and Indians were all the rage in films back then, Fresco was drawn to Charlie Chaplin. Now, Chaplin wasn't just slapstick, was he?
Absolutely not. He was a master of social commentary. He made people laugh while prompting them to think critically about societal issues, a powerful combination, especially during a time of great upheaval.
It's fascinating to think about what it would have been like to watch those films, to find humor amidst hardship, while also being challenged to think differently about the world around you.
Precisely. And let's not forget the impact of newsreels. Fresco mentions newsreels covering everything from floods to politics, even a series on socialism in Russia. Imagine that your local theater wasn't just a place for entertainment, it was a window to a world teetering on the brink of change.
For many, newsreels were their primary source of global information. They shaped understanding, sparked conversations, and broadened perspectives, even amidst personal struggles.
It makes you appreciate the power of shared experience, even if it was just watching flickering images on a screen. It fostered a sense of connection to the wider world, a sense that everyone was in this together.
So we've seen how entertainment offered escape, community, and even a lens through which to view a changing world during the Great Depression. It's incredible how vital those forms of entertainment were to people's lives.
Indeed. And it raises a question for all of us to consider. How do you think this accessibility to entertainment, however limited, might have shaped the cultural landscape and influenced the resilience of people during those challenging times?
That's a question worth pondering.
It's
So it just goes to show there's always more to discover, even in the echoes of the past.